What is up and what is going on to all my fellow Nakama out there? Welcome back to Trick Room Trades, where we like to scratch that pack opening itch. I'm your host Chris, and you already know what it is. We are back again today, opening 2 more boxes of OP10, still hunting the SPs, or the big chase of the set, the Trafalgar Law Manga. So, if you enjoy this content, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to help your boy out because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. And also, stick around to the end of the video for details of the new giveaway I got going on. Now, enough of the chit chat, let's cut on over and get to the hits. So as I start off every video, let's just play all the cards that I am still missing from this set. I am happy to announce that I am halfway done with collecting the SPs. And I'm feeling really good about OP10 that I feel like I will get a master set of this one. I don't know. I'm just loving the hit rates. I'm loving that, you know, you get a leader box and you're not getting a secret. Like I said in a previous video, Secret Luffy haunted my nightmares, but it's good to go back to basics. I love the pull rates, love the artwork. I love it when they do the alt leaders in this art style, like I've said before, instead of just a close-up of their face. Although OP11s look like they do go pretty hard with the little bit of realism, and it's just really like, I don't know, they look a lot more menacing, like the Jinbei, the Snake Man Luffy, and the Katakuri, which I'm very excited to play those leaders when they come out, or the Kobe. I don't know which one I'm really going to main. I'm kind of tempted to be going to Charlotte Pudding just because she's going to get a little OP with 11 with that new 8-cost blocker Katakuri with his ability to stand up a Big Mom, which they honestly probably should have limited that to a like, you know, it has to be below a certain cost, because being able to restand the yellow Big Mom or the Rush Big Mom is kind of insane. But that's enough time. We've seen all the cards. Let's take a look at what hits we're going to get today. So I'm pretty confident that I am not going to get an SP, because my vendor that I got from, he got 2 partial cases and somehow got lucky enough to where each case had both SPs. And other than a buddy of mine, shout out to Paul, getting the Sanji from just buying 6 packs off the top of a box that the guy opened, Mrs. pulled another Whitebeard, and I don't know about y'all, love the artwork on that card. Let's just show it on screen really quick. And it's kind of sad when you look at it because it reminds everybody of a better time. You can see there's Blackbeard in the background celebrating. Thatch is still around. And yeah, definitely before things got dark for sure in that SP. But I have a tough time trying to decide which SPs I like more. Like, I don't like the OP04 wanted poster SPs, but the ones that they did for 9, those were pretty cool. If you know, I'm not lying. Those were pretty cool. But the Kaleidoscope, so much fun textures that they have going. But then you got the slice of life ones, which I don't know. I just feel like they can't be beat. And then the fact that they have all these fun textures on those as well, I don't know. It's a toss-up. I mean, let me know in the comments which style SP is your favorite, because it is there's a big toss-up on my end about that. First leader. I think I already kind of cheated. I saw the bottom. I know it's Usopp. I'm glad I have his alt leader though, so check that one off the box. I think all I am missing at this point is Law, Caesar, and Smoker. Debating on playing Smoker. And I don't know about y'all. Love this card. I'm also debating on doing a Jewelry Bonnie deck, if I'm being honest. Because, I don't know, a buddy of mine, how he puts it, it's a toxic deck, which in a sense, it can totally be a toxic deck. But I could also see how it can be fun. And with all the new support, and then you got Basil Hawkins as your blocker, Rose with the stand-up, and now you got the banished Smoker, and then you got Tashigi on top of it to just make it pop even more. Yeah, that I can see why that deck's up there on that list. Zoro, from what I saw for the at least this point in time, was number 1 on the sim, and I mean, you know, I can see why, because it's super aggro, especially if you do the Zoro. But Shanks and Zoro, I think, if you're playing a lot of rush characters, I feel like they tend to do better. Because, like, I got a Yamato build that I'm probably going to end up doing a video for soon that I kind of really like, and it's been super fun to play. And not to mention, Yamato is becoming more relevant. Like, her alt leader jumped up to like $100, so glad I got 2 of those. Who's our second leader? Let's just guess Kid. And it's the clown. Nobody guesses the clown. Gosh. Speaking of clowns, you ever noticed how the first half of One Piece, the way it begins, and the second half, how it begins, the similarities between the two? Like, just the fact that, what is it? You know, Luffy's first big bad is a clown. You got Buggy the Clown, Caesar the Clown, Marco Sanji. And, oh Lord, there is a video of somebody talking about the similarities, about how Oda basically just retold the whole like beginning just in a different location, which was kind of funny and kind of true when you thought about it. Okay. Zoro, and that card I will not read because it's too much. Now here, Rebecca is getting to be a pretty good alt leader to be running with all the new Dressrosa type characters. So, but in case you're not someone who plays often, the princess leaders can attack. So Rebecca, Vivi, Shirahoshi, all of them can attack, but that's why they get dual color 5 life, because you're basically playing at a handicap. And our first hit. Yes. Oh, dude. I love the artwork on that. Wow. Oh, man. You know, I don't have, like, any alt arts of Kid. Like, other than his leader, obviously. But, like, you know, the green kid, I don't have his alt art. I really want his alt art so bad. Which I'll show after this first box. Hold on. SR. Same kid. All right. Heck yeah. Need more of those. 100% need more of those. But, yeah, I did a trade last night for 2 of the base secret laws and the secret Luffy, because one of the guys that I play with, if I don't know if he watches my channel, but shout out Gil, you know, he gave me some pointers on how to improve my Yamato deck. Sugar? Oh, smoker. But yeah, pointers how to improve my Yamato deck, and we made some trades. And crazy how the secret kid is sitting around $30, but maybe by the time I post this video it will have gone down. But I feel like some of the cards that I picked up were, you know, worth the price, and I'm not going to argue that, because Gil's a badass at this game. He wins every single week. I don't know many people that can beat him at all, because he runs Boa, but mostly Bonnie. Like, he's all about control. And it's, SR to Shigi. Need that card. I got an alt art for sale on my TCG player. Trying to get that up. I'm trying to hit level 4. So, you know, if you want to look up Trick Room Trades, TCG player, buy some stuff that I have listed. Help your boy out any way you can. And, I try to stay as close to market. Yeah, market. Yeah, that was the right word. Market price for all my cards. SR Rebecca. You know, I don't try to price gouge, but, you know, TCG player does take a percent. So if you ever go to a card show and someone's like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna buy that item at market price, and they want to sell you a card at market. It's like, okay, bro, realistically, they're gonna take, like, what is it, 12.5% TCG does for fees. You could probably wiggle them down to that Or if you have cash, wiggle them down even more, because then they technically don't gotta pay taxes. I didn't say that though. I'm not telling people to do that. Shh. You didn't hear that from me. But in all honesty, cash is king, and it really does help with a lot of transactions if you're trying to get something for a decent price and pay under market. All right, we got a leader. I mean, I'm gonna guess Law. I guess Sugar last time. Darn. I'll still never understand why this Cavendish. Oops, getting in focus. This Cavendish got an alt art. I mean, it has a good effect, but I like EBO1 Cavendish a little bit more. But my dream is to obviously be a bigger One Piece YouTuber. You know, I would like to be able to, you know, like I said before in other videos, I have a career. But if I could, you know, make this into something where I earn money, and I do want to get good enough at the game to where I can, you know, compete on a national level, I would love to do that. SR Kyros. It just looks like fun. It's a good time, and it just sucks how One Piece doesn't really, doesn't really have it worked out, because like that wait list for One Piece Day Dallas, which I really wanted to go, but unfortunately they announced it like literally 2 months before it was supposed to happen. I have a visitor. All right, buddy, I'll move it for you. Oh, probably spoiled it. Eustace Kid. Yep. That's my bud in the background. That's my ride or die. That is my homie. He's been with me when I got him when I was at a low point in my life. And that is my ride or die. He will be with me until the end. Love that dog to death. Law. There we go. So happy we got the alt art to that. God, it's such a beautiful card. And I cannot wait for, is it an EBO2 or OP11? Where they're going to have even more alt events? Or, I don't know. I like it when they do the black and white cards and then just put the accents in there. It's so beautiful. We got a SR Doflamingo, who is currently the cheapest. And I feel like, you know, he's probably going to jump up at some point. Yeah, you play another card with him that's 5 cost or less, and then when your opponent attacks, rest a Dawn, add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as active. So you get another Dawn. I don't know. It just sounds great for ramping. And then when you play it with the Rosinante, which just gives you 2 events from your trash, like, I'm honestly surprised he's not more. And there we go. We got the alt art. Frankie, boy. Frankie deserves more alt arts. He doesn't get enough alt arts. So I will take it all day. And it's sad when you think about it. Like, yes, Frankie had his moment in Wano against, why can I not remember the guy's name? Triceratops, dude. It ain't Sakazuki. No, it's, darn it. I can't remember his name. But that guy. I don't know. It's just like Frankie's battles are basically mech battles now. SR Kuzan. Which is kind of sad because Dressrosa was literally the last time Frankie had a battle where he wasn't in his giant, you know, General Frankie robot. And he deserves a power-up. But maybe Oda just doesn't give him a power-up because he's just like, nah, he's good. He just doesn't show his true strength yet. That would be surprising if that's literally how it is explained. But, yeah. Last time he did that, I don't care what anybody says, that was a manly fight, and it was hard-boiled. Alright? And SR Monet, and I think that does it for the SRs. I'm glad I got her alt art. That's a very useful card for most red decks, and especially if you're going to run that for like Bello Betty or the new ST21 Luffy. Because there's so many good like rush cards that are all about sharing Dawn, and dude, ST21 is insane, and I am definitely probably thinking about doing that at locals this weekend. And now, I know, not a no, Mihawk and Beji. Alright, this has to be our last leader. Oh no, never mind. It was a 2-hit box, so we got Alright, so we got 2 leaders left to get. Oh man. Alright. 2 dead packs. We're just gonna guess Kid again. Alright, Usopp was our second. So hopefully this next box, not this pack, because we already know it's a dead pack. The next box is a 3-hitter, and I can get myself another leader off the list. Second Dawn, Kid. Alright, double Sugar. I gotta start remembering these patterns because Sugar and Sugar seems to pull up like twice a lot, and it seems like either Usopp or Caesar seems to be like the double one. So, yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead just a little bit once I get these cards situated, but you won't see that. Alright, let's start opening the next box that we got here. Now, something tells me we're about to get a 3-hit box, and we're probably going to get something a little good. Something that I've been really wanting. And if it's a leader that I already have, I already got a homie that wants it. Alright, please no first pack magic. Alright, Sanji and Mihawk. Speaking of, is anybody going to be running the OP10 Reiju? She looks cracked out, if you ask me. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. PRB was just straight up designed to, like, overpower Reiju. Fuck, I didn't even guess. Sorry. But, yeah, no. OP11 is designed to just max Reiju, max Pudding, and definitely the called it 3-hit box, and definitely the what you call it, darn it, words. All right, yeah, Reiju, Pudding, and blue purple Luffy. Gosh, why was that so hard for me to get out? I'm excited about red purple Luffy, but like I don't know what any carry like. Fuck. You know when you have a dream and when you dream and that when you literally just how I felt. No, I could totally see the blue purple Luffy actually legitimately probably being banned at some point in the future, because like drawing 2 cards a turn after you have 8 Dawn, that's just insane. That is madness. SR Rosinante, first SR out of the box. Love to see it. Next one. Alright, Dawn pack. Alright, we got another one. I'm gonna guess Sugar. Oh, Smoker. I do hope I get Smoker or Trafalgar Law, because you know, Caesar's not exactly on my chase list here, but if I get it, I get it. I don't have it, right? But I am glad to know that I will have 3 hits of alt arts. Radio Knife and Violet. Violet. Wasn't her name Viola? Am I having like a damn a Mandela effect? I could have sworn her name was Viola. Huh? Oh my gosh. Okay, Law. I'm not on it with the leader guessing. That just totally messed me up. Like, I could have sworn her name was Viola. I'm gonna have to look at like other cards. I'm gonna have to research some cards and try to come up with like, make sure I'm not just like crazy. All right. We got a SR Monet. All right. Need the Monets. Always need the Monets. All right, what do we got? 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 And we got a Altar Tashigi. Bro, I'll take it. That's my third one. I will 100% take it. I don't care. I don't care. Tashigi is such a good card right now. So, yes, all day. Be funny if I got Smoker Leader and then Alt-Art Smoker as my other hit in this box. And it's SR Kyros. Alright, another one. I don't know why I did that. Just kind of showed it off like, hey, here's a pack right here. Not a leader. And it is the final hit in the box until we get to the leader. Secret Trafalgar Law. Traded 2 of those last night. Got another one back. Funny how it works. The world works in mysterious ways. But, hey, I think on one of the other videos, I did have a 3-hit box with a leader that did not have a secret, so it was kind of cool to see that. So I don't have to worry about pulling another secret. SR Rebecca. I don't know. Should I try running Rebecca? This one guy I played against, he ran Rebecca, and it was it's a pretty good deck. Not gonna lie. I already ruined it. Caesar Clown. But yeah, no, Rebecca's a not a bad deck. Really not a bad deck. Especially when you just like cycle her trash all the time. Dan Punk and Lim. And you know, I'm just going to point this out right now. I don't know how many of y'all play The Sim. This card right here screwed me on a pre-release tournament because I played it because in The Sim it's like rest a character with you with a life total of you and your opponents or less, and then it's just the cost of your opponent's life or less. But then what really screwed me up is then when you check the sim, it's like a cost equal to or less than your and your opponent. And I don't know. They have a typo in there, so don't play that card in the sim if you think it's going to rest a character based on the total life of you and your opponent. All right, we got another leader. I mean, come on, Law. All right. I at least got Law. I at least have gotten the laws checked off the list. Another. I mean, it's a dead pack or it's an SR, right? All right, Virgo and Zoro. That Zoro, great card. Great card, 100%. Even if you play it with the Rebecca and play it out on the field, you still get the on play of KO and a character. And we got SR Sanji, which between that and the SR Tashigi, they are, I think, at this point in time, still the highest valued SRs. And we got SR Doflamingo again. So we got one more SR. And then 5 more packs. So we'll just end up seeing if we get some leaders here. If not, skipping to the end. SR Smoker. Alright. Alright. So that's our last SR. The last few packs mostly are going to be leaders because I'm missing 3 leaders and there is 1 dead pack. Alright, here's our Dawn pack. Who do we have? Who do we have? Who do we not have? Sugar? Okay. Okay, Sugar. I don't know about anybody else, but does anybody else think that there should be more alt arts other than what they give us? Like, you know, obviously not the unimportant characters, but like, for instance, like you look at these two. Luffy, of course, gets an alt art. I think she deserves an alt art. You know what I mean? Leader game. I mean, it's got to be another Sugar. Oh, it's Kid. Damn you, Piss Kid. Last 2 packs are going to be leader packs. So we are going to cut them at the same damn time. Oh my gosh. Why has it got to fight me? Ah, good thing there's nothing important in here. Jesus. Okay. That one's trying to be personal with me. Alright, actually, this is one of the dead packs. So, skip to the end. Virgo and Leo, which probably should have alt arts. I just think more characters should have alt arts. Last leader. Who's going to be our double leader? I'm going to guess Caesar. Ooh, okay. Alright, we got right there. And I hope that is not the omen that I am... really hoping it's not the omen that this leader that I'm about to have is Caesar Cloyne. Cloyne. And our all leader is... Yes! Dude, that is amazing. Oh, I love the artwork on that. I mean, that texture there. Again, like Kid with like the lightning cracking on it. Alright, we got 4 all leaders already, and we have checked 3 SPs. So, 2 more all leaders, 3 more SPs, and of course the manga. It's a good day. OP10 has been great. But, you know what? I'm really excited to open more of this stuff. These cards are super viable for the current meta, and it is just... so crucial for some of these decks that I'm wanting to play. Some of these new leaders sound absolutely fun. But I think that wraps it up here today. So let's cut on over, talk about the new giveaway. But before I go, let me show you the prizes I have for my next giveaway to celebrate the release of EBO2. An Edward Weevil playset, a Kid and Killer playset, a Finger Pistol playset, and a Secret Mr. 2. So we will have a total of 4 winners this time, 1 prize per person. And this giveaway will be going until the day before EBO2 releases. All I ask is that in order for you to enter, make sure you're subscribed and you are also a public subscriber, because I want to make sure that my prizes go to loyal supporters out there. But I think that does it for today. So remember to have a good damn day, smile because you've earned it, and that you matter no matter what anybody tells you. Thanks.